But speaking of Bill, and as much as we despise Bill, as much as we like, not even college Bill, as much as we despise NFL Bill,
Mhm.
have you ever heard of Bill Belichick being somebody's backup option when it comes to football?
I'm still thinking, but go ahead with the thing. With the thing.
But I'm saying,
Message.
Well, yes, yes, yes. Before he got this job, because there were 6 teams where he was the backup option.
I'm just saying, bro. So this story caught me off guard, and y'all, I'm gonna let y'all know that. So so it actually turns out UNC may not have gotten Gio Lopez because of this situation.
And I remember seeing this.
Former Washington State quarterback John Mateer, like when he was a highly sought after recruit, when he hit the portal this past year, and Bill wanted him. Like immediately when Bill got hired, Bill was trying to get this man to transfer to North Carolina. Because last year the man had 3,965 total yards and 44 touchdowns at Washington State. Balled out, was ranked the number 2 quarterback behind Carson Beck and the number 5 overall prospect in the portal. Bill even had a scheduled visit with this man, ready to rock, right after he got hired. Because remember, Bill was only hired on December 10th.
Yeah, because I'm seeing this too. Because they said it was John Mateer and like 2 other quarterbacks that were on his list of targets
immediately. And it never happened because Mateer canceled. And he flat out told CBS Sports, he said, it was you never know what's going to happen kind of backup plan. You had Bill Belichick. Everybody knows the NFL GOAT when it comes to head coaches. As a backup, boy, when I tell you the level of now, here's the thing. I get it. College and the NFL are different. They are different entities. You don't know what Bill's going to do. You don't know if Bill has his own agenda of who he's pulling from. But if Bill Belichick knocking on your door, saying, hey, yo, you want to come play for me? And you tell him, man, you kind of like my backup, shorty. Like, you my side piece. I might come through. We'll see. We don't know what's going to happen. And he ends up transferring to Oklahoma primarily because it was closer to home, and Oklahoma ended up hiring his Washington State offensive coordinator. So he was like, yo, it's the same offensive coordinator, close to home. It all came together, and it was really a no-brainer. I'm sorry.
He did what DJ should have did.
Yeah, he did what DJ should have did, but that's just crazy.
Honestly, it's not that crazy.
Bill Belichick as a backup, though, bro. Like, think about it. Let's be real. In terms of just football alone, like, you could not have seen people. You could not have seen people say the statement of Bill Belichick is my backup option for coaches I want to play for when that player has the pick of the litter, whether it was NFL or college. That would be a wild statement.
No, and I don't disagree with you on that. Like when it comes down to football experience, knowledge, accolades, and all of that, then no, it is a wild statement to think that Bill wasn't your first option. However, as we've seen throughout this whole recruiting process, Bill has been a second, third, fourth, and fifth option to a lot of players lately.
Yeah.
Other thing is, I can also understand in some situations, especially when it comes down to Mateer situation, your head coach doesn't exactly mean that it's going to be profitable for you or it's going to be productive for you as a player. Because for him, the more productive piece to his career right now, the biggest influence for him was the offensive coordinator, because if it wasn't for this offensive coordinator and the scheme that he had, he probably wouldn't have put up 4,000
yards and 50, almost 50 TDs.
He said because so he looked at it because of the offensive coordinator. This is why I have these numbers. If I go over with Bill with a new coordinator and not have to go learn a whole new offense, And God forbid I go over here and this offense doesn't fit my play style. These numbers are going to drop, and I'm trying to go to the league high. I'm trying to make that bank. If I go over here with Bill, as much knowledge as this man has, and this messes up my pocket, I'm gonna look mad foolish because I could have just went over there with this guy and known that, hey, this is the offense. This is who's coaching me. All I got to do is worry about everybody else getting on the same page with me. I already know how the offense run. I ain't got to learn nothing else. I just got to tell everybody else the nuances.
I would say that, but then there's also the aspect of, and it just comes with transferring in general. You're getting new teammates. You don't know who likes to run. That's new team. You don't know who likes to run their routes, how they like to run their routes, where they like to catch the ball, where they like the ball to be placed. And then not only that, because we know the position, you don't know what divas you may have at the receiver position. And you don't know what egos you might be running into.
And you're right. You 100% correct on that. But I think because since you already know the offense, you're not putting as much time into learning the plays. You already know those. Fair. Now you're able to put more time into learning your players and them learning you than me having to try to go back and relearn a whole new playbook. That's splitting more time up. Now I can focus more on the logistics than I have to the schematics.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. I guess I have to talk myself into that hole because the caveat is new coordinator and new players.
Right. And that's not including that's not even including the new on top of the new, like the transfers that came in and out. Now all I got to do is just learn the players. So all I got to do is just start gelling with my teammates. I ain't got to worry about where they came from. I already know the offense.
Hey, plot twist. What if the offensive coordinator is told by the new head coach, we're running a different scheme? So you followed you followed your offensive coordinator just for both of y'all to have to do something new?
Like that'd have been one of those times you'd have seen the coordinator in his office, cigarette in his hand.
Hey, here's the bad part. He would have called Mateer in first. As soon as the head coach told him this news, we're not running your offense. You're gonna run what I tell you to run. He would have called Mateer first. They like, listen, dog. So I know you came here because of me. We leaving.
Listen, we leaving here next year. What you mean? Listen. I'm gonna tell you right now.
We leaving in the morning.
You ain't gonna like being here. What you mean? Why I don't like being here? We ain't running the same offense. What you mean we ain't running the same offense? We ain't running the same offense. Yeah, listen. And he said I can't run it. We running some kind of wingo dingo thing. I don't know what this is.
Hey man, he said we running wing, pistol whip, sawed off shotgun. I don't even know what that is. I ain't never even heard of that before.
That man gave me the playbook. There's a play in here called Cool Whip Shawty 47 Bank Scat, and I don't know what that even means. When I asked him what it meant, he just like, just run it, and I'm like, what's the routes?
I asked this man. He's like, listen. I asked Coach, what does he want the cadence on? I was like, what's the cadence count he want? This man looked at me, said 281-330-8004. I said, what?
Who? Mike Jones? He said, what? Mike Jones?
I said, what? He said, Mike Jones. I was confused. I was like, we don't even have a Mike Jones. We have a Daryl Jones.
So what we running this on, Mike Jones?
Who? Exactly.
Who? Mike Jones.
Exactly. Hey, it's like, but we don't have a Mike Jones. We have a Daryl Jones.
So we have a Daryl Dixon. Boy, when I tell you, I would have hop, skipped, and jumped out of that school. So and you'd have seen me hop back in the portal.
Hey, that would have not gonna lie. As much as we've given some portal transfers flack for transferring in and out so quick in portals, that would have been one of them reasons I've been like, nah, that is 100% justified.
I'd have been going.
Like I would have done the same thing, bro. Immediately be like, you know what? This ain't what I thought this was about to be.
See, this ain't.
I gotta go. I gotta go. Y'all lied to me. This is an alternative fact.
So this is not the fit that y'all promised me when I got here. So nope, I'm gonna go ahead.
Alternative schemes. That's what this is. Alternative schemes. I don't like it. I don't
All
like
these
none of it.
alternative schemes. I don't like this.
I don't like
So
it.
let's see.